Okay, so we all know social media, right? It's where we go for memes, to catch up with friends, maybe procrastinate a little. But what if I told you that very same feed could be one of the most powerful tools we have for making our college campuses, and maybe even the world, a whole lot greener?
I know. It sounds kind of crazy, right? Can just scrolling on your phone actually help make our universities more eco-friendly? It feels like there's no way, but, well, that's exactly the big question we're going to dig into.
And you might be surprised by the answer, because according to a brand new study, it's a big fat yes. Researchers in India looked at 500 students and found a super clear link between their social media habits and their willingness to jump on board with green digital learning. So how on earth does that actually work? Let's break it down.
All right, first things first. Before we can really get into this study, we all need to be on the same page about this key idea they talk about, green communication.
So what is it? Put simply, it's just using the digital platforms we're already on every single day, social media, to promote and actually do environmentally friendly stuff. We're not just talking about posting a nice photo of a sunset. We're talking about using these tools to get people to take action and really change their mindset.
And here's what that actually looks like on campus. Think about it. Universities can use their social media feeds to tell everyone about a big recycling program, get people hyped for a tree planting day, or just share simple tips on how to save energy. It's about turning social media from this, digital bulletin board into a real active hub for all things green on campus.
Okay, so that's the theory. But how did these researchers actually test it? Well, let's dive into the big student survey they conducted and see who they talked to. They talked to 500 students, and these weren't just from one place. They were undergrads and graduate students from different universities all over India. So yeah, this wasn't some tiny focus group. This was a really solid look at how students are living their lives online.
And check this out. This is what I think is so important. A huge 80% of them were between 19 and 28 years old. I mean, we are talking about true digital natives here. This is a generation that basically grew up with a smartphone in their hand, which makes how they behave online super, super relevant.
And wow, are they active? Just look at this. 92% on LinkedIn, 80% on Facebook. This isn't just casual scrolling once a week. These platforms are a huge part of their lives for both school and socializing. And that, right there, is why they're the perfect place to try something like this.
All right, so you've got this super online group of students. The next step for the researchers was to figure out the exact path, the journey a student takes from just seeing a green post on their feed to actually using one of the university's digital tools for sustainability.
And this really gets to the heart of it. They wanted to know what actually makes a student do something. Because let's be honest, it's one thing to see a post and think, oh, that's cool. But it's a totally different thing to actually download an app or change your behavior. What are the magic ingredients that get you from point A to point B?
So they broke it down and measured three main things they called the inputs. First up was the content itself. Was it inspiring? Could you actually apply it to your life? Second, they looked at the social media platform's features. Stuff like videos, real-time chat. Does that stuff actually matter? And third, they looked at the power of community. How important is it to be able to share ideas and see what other people are doing?
Now, what's interesting is that these inputs don't just automatically lead to action. Nope. They first change how students perceive things. So the researchers measured these two really important middle steps. One, did all this cool social media stuff make the university's green tools seem easy and user-friendly? And two, and this is the big one, did it help students see the actual benefits, like what's in it for them?
So here's the entire path, all laid out. It all starts with students seeing engaging stuff on social media, inspiring posts, useful info, cool features. That interaction changes their perception. Suddenly, the university's digital tools don't seem like a chore. They seem easy to use and, more importantly, genuinely beneficial. And it's that positive feeling that gives them the final nudge to actually download the app, sign up, and use it.
Okay, so that's the model they built. They surveyed the students, they crunched the numbers, and now for the big reveal. Did it actually work? So, did the model hold up? Just how strong are these connections, really? Is there actually a powerful link between what you see on your feed and making your campus greener? The answer is, yeah, it's incredibly powerful. Get this, the model they built explained 76% of why students decide to adopt these digital tools. Now, for anyone who knows social science research, 76% is, well, it's a massive number. It means these factors aren't just a small piece of the puzzle, they're practically the whole picture.
And when they looked even closer, two things really jumped out. The first big driver? The cool features on social media. Videos, chats, all that interactive stuff had the biggest effect on helping students see the benefits of the green tools. And the second biggest driver? Well, once a student saw those benefits, that was the number one thing that pushed them to actually adopt the technology.
And I mean, just look at this quote from the study. That number, 0.843, that's just the nerdy academic way of saying the connection was unbelievably strong. Seriously, the main takeaway here is crystal clear. If you can show a student that a green tool has real benefits, they are almost guaranteed to use it. It really is all about showing them the value.
Okay, so this is all really interesting. A study of students in India found this super strong connection. But, so what? Why does this actually matter for the rest of us, right now?
Well, what this study really gives us is a roadmap. For universities, it's a wake-up call that social media isn't just for advertising the football game, it's a powerful tool for building a greener campus culture. For students like you, it means that every like, share, and comment isn't just noise. It's you casting a vote for a more sustainable future at your school. And really, for all of us, it's a blueprint for how to weave sustainability right into the very heart of digital education.
And all this leaves us with one last big question. If universities now have a clear playbook for creating smarter, greener digital campuses, what's stopping them? The research is there, the path is clear, and the tools are literally in our hands. So, what are we waiting for?